Hello. Hello, you beautiful souls. So, I got a message today for somebody, not everybody, but somebody, who is stepping out of limitations. And this message is about monogamy. Stepping out of monogamy. Okay. So, whoever this message is for, the Spirit is saying that you have realized that you cannot be everything to one person, right? Maybe for whoever this message is for, you have realized that not that one person can't be everything for you, right? And this isn't talking about codependency. This isn't talking about attachments. This is strictly talking about experiencing life, experiencing yourself, and experiencing others, right? So the first thing that came through was that we are not wired for monogamy. Oh, I got confirmation, email confirmation. We're not wired for monogamy. At least research shows that. And if we were wired this way, then why do people cheat, right? That question came up. Why do people cheat if we were wired for monogamy? Why would people cheat if they were in a relationship where all of their needs were met? Okay? And, I'm not condoning cheating. I think that's a terrible thing. I think there should always be truth, which is the whole point of this message, right? Is that sometimes we get trapped in untruth and trapped in unconsciousness and trapped in limiting relationships. And I personally believe that there are lots of wonderful marriages within our matrix, but some of us just aren't for it, right? Not for the matrix marriage, okay? And either way we go, marriage, if you want to be monogamous or not, it's totally a personal choice and no judgment. I think it's wonderful. I also think that being open and 222 on the timer as I'm saying this, being open and unconditional in your experiences is wonderful too, right? I mean, you can be unconditional within a monogamous relationship and honest and, this and that. So whatever. But to get on to the point, I wrote down energy exchange, okay, because this is such an important thing, right? Whenever I was younger, I really thought that people, chose not to be monogamous because they wanted to sleep around. And in some cases, people who are trapped in the lower frequencies and trapped in their lower chakra system, right? They haven't had that awakening, kundalini rising, activating of the whole chakra system, right? Yeah, dirty scoundrels, some of them, complete rascals, cheating on people, not being honest, and, all this stuff, or just sleeping around, not committing, or not being emotionally available or emotionally mature or anything like this, right? Like, yes, you can totally sleep around and be like that, right? But whenever you are open and unconditional and high frequency, high vibrating individual, you respect your vessel, right? Like, you respect your vessel and you only allow certain frequencies to touch you. So it's like touching people is an energy exchange. Like, you don't just go around touching everybody because you can pick up their energy, right? Like their yucky energy or karma and stuff like this. Unless, of course, you're like me and you go around and hug strangers. I do homeless people. I hug them often, right? But I put up my little shields and I wrap them up in my love because it's a love thing, right? I'm loving this person because they need physical touch. And it's nothing sexual. It's just a pure, unconditional, physical interaction, right? So I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, some random person that you meet at the club or something, right? And they're wrapped up in addiction and obsession and lust and all these things and trapped in those lower frequencies, you don't want to exchange your energy with that person, right? They're just, you love them from afar. I love you, man, but that doesn't mean I want you like that. You know what I'm saying? So whenever we lack self-respect and lack self-care, and you're just sleeping around and you're stuck in those lower, chakra systems, you just open yourself up for karma, and it's yuck. But this year, we had a huge heart opening, heart expansion, I also did a couple of months ago a heart healing activation for the collective, and it was so powerful, and it has just been rippling since then, and I love it. But so for that, I wrote down so many different words, and I was like, what? So I'll just read the words I wrote. Okay, I wrote open heart, love, understanding, unconditional love, self-respect, love for expression and experience, and then matching frequencies, right? So we understand that like attracts like, right? And if you haven't already, you've learned to see that thoughts become things, and all these things we're constantly manifesting based on our frequency. What is a vibrational match for you? Okay, so when you're stuck in lower vibrations, lower frequencies, you're going to attract those rascals, right? But whenever you ascend to higher levels of consciousness and awareness, and you begin your self-love journey, and you fall in love with yourself, right? You respect yourself, then you can experience life in a healthier way, right? Because you're at a higher frequency, a higher vibration, and you aren't going to let other people bring you down, right? Because you love yourself and you respect yourself, and I can't go loving everybody else unless I'm really in love with myself first, so we've conquered that part. For whoever this message is for, you've conquered that self-love part, right? You love yourself and you love life. You wake up loving life every day, and you want to experience life. You want to experience more of life, right? And, like I said, you're stepping out of limitations, okay? These limited beliefs that you have to only love one person, that's not the case. We should all be loving each other. Do we all need to be sleeping around each other? Probably not. It's not even necessary. But whenever you find a person that you want to flirt with or experience life with, you can do that because you are only going to allow those who match your frequency, right? And you have begun your process of shedding all the things that no longer serve you, right? Maybe the people, places, things, relationships that have tried to control or keep you trapped, right? Those things have shed away from you. It's because your frequency and your vibration has risen so high that these things can't even exist around you, right? And then what's left? You're met with opportunities to experience what your soul truly desires at a higher frequency. Okay, so you're drawing in things that are a vibrational match for you. Okay. And this is so wonderful. I did write down my experience, just the words, my experience. I didn't write down the whole thing, but I wrote that down because Spirit was wanting me to share a little bit about my experience, about me personally, okay, just to help somebody, okay. Personally, I was the person who liked to people please. I was taught that monogamy was really the only option, and whatever. So I got trapped in that, okay? And I didn't realize that my true nature was not a sin, okay? The sin, yes, I did live in sin my younger years when I was trapped in these lower vibrations, right? But that's where sin exists. But experiences, we're allowed to have experiences. We came here to experience, right? We came here to experience so that we can learn and grow, right? We're not going to know anything if we don't experience it. You know? So, for me, I learned that I was trapped in these cycles of people pleasing and limiting myself from even just talking to people of the opposite sex, right? And then I was wounded with women in my life, 1111. So I had felt a competition with other women, right? Another woman around my man was a threat. Because inside I knew when my man, whoever it was at the time, was attracted to somebody. Well, you can sense it, you know? And so you feel that, you feel something. And whenever you're trained and conditioned to believe that you should be trapped in monogamous situations, it arises, right? Those instincts come up and you get triggered by them because your programming is sensing a threat. Your ego, right? Sensing a threat. And if you were open and you allowed your partner and yourself to express and experience the things that your soul is truly desiring to experience, then there's no cheating there, and there's no guilt there, right? So I learned this year, I learned how to detach, you know, from unhealthy attachments and from, unhealthy relationships and all of these things, and have created such a secure attachment within myself that I would love nothing more than to experience the things that I would love to experience and allow everybody in my life to experience the things that they would like to experience, right? It's such a beautiful thing. Like, why would I ever deny my person, whoever my person is, an experience? Why would I deny them a connection or anything like this, right? It all comes from fear. And it all comes from our programming, okay? So, there's that. I was stuck and trapped in fear. And I was fearing myself. I was fearing my path. I was fearing my desires. Okay? Yes, you should be aware of your frequency. Yes, you should be aware of, yourself. You should be aware of yourself, right? It's when you're unaware of yourself and you're living in unconsciously, right? And you're not a conscious creator, you get trapped in these cycles of lust and obsession, right? But we can experience, our sexuality without being trapped in lower vibrations, lower frequencies, right? There should be no shame and fear or guilt attached to your sexuality. 144 on the timer. No, you should not give yourself to every person. Yes, you should respect yourself. Yes, you should love yourself. Yes, you should experience because that's what you came here to do, was to experience all the things that your soul wants to experience. You should be doing. If you are a conscious creator and you're living in the now moment, 1515 as I look up, that's my number right there. If you're a conscious creator and you're living in the now moment and you have a desire to experience something, I think you should do it. That's me personally. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but I'm telling you from my own experience. Okay? High vibe people, enjoy your experience. And if you've reached a high enough level where you're like, oh, fear, shame, guilt, that's out the window. Congratulations. I love it. I love to hear it. Tell me in the comments. Like, I'm already past that point. Anyway, whoever this message is for, like I said, it's not for everybody. But for whoever it's for, Spirit wants you to know that you are free. You're free. You have found a balance. Right? Maybe you've gone too far one way and then you went too far the other way. Right? Maybe you were a little too, free, a little giving over here where it wasn't deserved. And then you went full straight edge, cut every experience off. Neither one of those things are good. We don't need to be in either one of those places. We need a healthy balance, right? And it's wonderful being here. It's a beautiful balancing act. Everything that we do is balance. And like I always say, we have two options: fear or love. You can fear your sexuality and you can be trapped within the matrix, or you can love yourself and love being here in this, in this reality, in this plane of existence, where we can actually have physical interactions, right? We came here to do these things. It feels so real, doesn't it? So, anyways, I love you guys so much. Whoever this is for, I love you. You're amazing and you're beautiful and you're needed. You're so needed. And yes, I hope you enjoy your day. If you would like to book with me, that's right. If you would like to book with me, check the description. I have a couple of booking options in there. My email me. If you'd like to donate to my channel, buy me a coffee or just send a token of appreciation, I will gladly receive it. All of those are also in the description. So I love you again. Enjoy your day. Enjoy this week, the rest of this year, and the rest of your life, your experience here. Okay? Bye.